It is literally, I knew it was going to.
The city of Buffalo is seeing one of the most extreme blizzards in its history, bringing dangerous winter weather to upstate New York amid the holiday weekend. The extreme winter storm that's plagued much of the country this week brought blizzard warnings and very heavy lake-effect snow to the Buffalo area, spawning deadly conditions amid the busy holiday travel period. The blizzard has left people stranded on the road with zero visibility and led to thousands of power outages in the area. The storm has already shattered the area's daily snowfall record, with 22.3 inches on Friday, the National Weather Service said. The old record for the date was 12.6 inches in 1976. In Buffalo, this storm will likely at least jump near the top of the list of worst blizzards in the city's history, if not even becoming the worst, AccuWeather meteorologist Jake Sajas said Friday. So far, 2 people have died in the storm, Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz told local media on Saturday. He said the people experienced emergency situations, but first responders could not get to them in time because of the conditions, per WIVB. I'm hoping that's only it, but as we get out into the daylight hours today, it is possible we will come across more individuals due to the severe situations of last night, Poloncarz added. With a countywide driving ban in place, Poloncarz urged residents to stay home and inside. He also offered suggestions on how to stay warm without power. At least 47,000 people are without power in the Buffalo and Niagara area. The Buffalo News reported. Buffalo Niagara International Airport had already seen 80 flight cancellations as of Saturday morning. The airport had zero visibility on Friday, per the NWS. Winds of about 70 miles per hour whipped through the area Friday and overnight, the NWS said. New York Governor Kathy Hochul deployed the National Guard to Erie County on Friday to assist residents with the storm. Blizzard conditions will make travel impossible for the Niagara area, the NWS said Saturday morning. There are numerous vehicles stranded on the roadways, the NWS said, and 911 operators have been flooded with calls, per the Buffalo News. Ambulances needed 3 hours to reach hospitals on Saturday, Poloncarz of Erie County said. Sub-zero and single-digit temperatures froze the area, bringing widespread dangerous wind chills and brutal cold to Buffalo, the NWS said Friday night. The storm isn't over yet. The NWS said Saturday will be plenty windy for blizzard conditions through the day. Buffalo experienced a deadly historic storm in late November that shattered daily records and blanketed much of the surrounding areas, Axios reported at the time. A wintry bomb cyclone that's sweeping through the nation is now bringing whiteout blizzard conditions to Buffalo. Located on the eastern coast of Lake Erie, Buffalo is currently under a blizzard warning and is experiencing blinding snowfall and rising waters. Visibility had dropped to zero shortly after noon Friday. All my clothing is just a sheet of ice, said Fox weather correspondent Max Gordon, as waves crashed around him from Lake Erie in the Buffalo suburb of Hamburg. Hamburg was evacuated due to rising waters threatening to flood the low-lying area. Waves reaching heights between 14 and 18 feet have been slamming the coastline. Incredible, just the power of Mother Nature, Gordon said. Wind is also posing a challenge for residents around Buffalo. At Buffalo International Airport, a gust of wind was measured at 72 miles per hour. The Fox Forecast Center said winds could reach 80 to 85 miles per hour later Friday. Heavy lake-effect snow is also expected in the area through the weekend, with up to 4 feet predicted to fall in some parts of western New York by Christmas Day. Combined with the strong winds, however, the snow is creating whiteout conditions. These conditions have created dangerous driving conditions, leading to a travel ban being put in place for portions of the region. The National Weather Service in Buffalo filmed the snowy conditions to demonstrate the lack of visibility on the roads. Because of the hazardous weather conditions, the Buffalo Airport airfield closed on Friday afternoon and canceled all evening flights. On Christmas Eve, some drivers were stranded in the Buffalo area and first responders were using snowmobiles to get to motorists. As large swaths of the country faced record low temperatures and power outages on Saturday, western New York continued to endure the worst of a brutal storm that left residents trapped at home, motorists stranded and emergency workers unable to reach many of the harder-hit areas. The storm, the worst to strike Buffalo in decades, battered the region overnight with winds exceeding 70 miles per hour, and by Saturday morning more than 6 feet of snow had buried houses, businesses, and cars. The region will not see blizzard conditions ease for another 12 to 18 hours, said John Hitchcock, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service's Buffalo office. The Tennessee Valley Authority announced that rolling power blackouts have now ended for the local power companies it generates power for. The TVA service area covers all of Tennessee and portions of several other states. Despite a wind chill of -24 degrees, 4 friends from Chicago's Mount Greenwood neighborhood walked to Soldier Field to watch the Chicago Bears play the Buffalo Bills. "My dad told me to stay home, that we're all crazy," said Emmett Berry. His friend Matthew King, 17, wore ski goggles and a snowsuit, while Tommy Frayne, 18, wore 4 layers and held a large bag of hand warmers. At least 54 flights were canceled as of Saturday morning, the airport said on Twitter. Travelers were preparing to spend Christmas Eve at the airport or nearby hotels, or finding alternate ways to reach their holiday destinations.
Chills, a brutal, unprecedented sage, and which is a storm surge along the eastern tip of Lake Erie. Just brutal conditions out here happening.